I'm sure there are good women out there for sure, and it's tough. The ideologies of just and the secularism of the society has really changed just the character and the dynamic of these relationships. But I wanted to say it's just unfortunate because I think a lot of men may not get to experience what a good woman is, and I don't think that a man should have to make six figures to experience what a good woman is. Now, she might not be the same level, I guess, that a six-figure man gets, I guess. I don't know, but like nothing's equal in life. Nothing is. And it can't be. I mean, plus humans are very complex.
We are 50-50. We women profess 50-50 in equality. But the most those there's a lot of men that's everything that Marcus just professed is a lot of things that men can bring to the table on top of living and dying for a woman. But most women would leave a man if that's the only quality he brought to the table. Is all I'm saying. That's the
But
main
I
thing I'm
think
saying. And anytime a man brings up what he does, typically, not I guess most women might not agree with me on the panel, but when a man brings up what he's done for a woman will shut that down and will tell you to stop bringing that up. But women will always talk about how much they've done, how much they've helped the man possess what he's possessed. But from conversations, whether y'all admit it or not, if you tell a woman what you've helped her to do or what you've done for her, she will rub it in your face and ask you, why do you keep bringing that up? Or you keep bringing up that subject. She will not let you take any credit for what she's done good in her life. Most women, not I'm not saying good women.
Can I
Coach
just
K,
say,
you said you were going to go, right?
I'm just going to say, I think a lot of, well, not a lot of times, just in terms of conversation, we all speak from our experiences and our lens. So I think is very difficult sometimes to understand what certain things are until you've experienced them. Before like Marcus, when he was giving his example, he was busting down a whole lot of girls, but it was the one that became his wife because she offered him intangibles that the other women did not. And so when you have not experienced it, just like being a mother, I know what it is to, like, prior to having a kid, like, oh, being a mom, because I see my mom be a mom or I watch videos, but there was nothing like the direct experience of me actually having my own child and becoming a mom. And so a lot of times when we say about the value that a woman brings, a lot of times I hate the fact that we just diminish women to having a vagina and having kids, and that's all we bring to the table. The reason a lot of men can't understand or value that is because they may have not ever experienced it. Once you experience it, you know.
Okay.
Ali, were you about to say something?
No, go ahead, Coach.
Okay. I think what's unfortunate is there are a lot of just really, and I've heard women say the things that you're talking about, Ali. Like I've heard them say that, and it's just really unfortunate. And I don't blame anyone for thinking this. I mean, I even do this too with feminists or whatever, and men. But I'm in this space so much. People talk about women the most, I will say, but it's like I don't know. I'm sure there are good women out there for sure, and it's tough. The ideologies of just and the secularism of the society has really changed just the character and the dynamic of these relationships. But I wanted to say it's just unfortunate because I think a lot of men may not get to experience what a good woman is, and I don't think that a man should have to make six figures to experience what a good woman is. Now, she might not be the same level, I guess, that a six-figure man gets, I guess. I don't know, but like nothing's equal in life. Nothing is. And it can't be. I mean, plus humans are very complex. But I wanted to add too, like, because I was thinking about this question when you were asking like what a woman brings. And I was like, man, that's a hard question. Like, because I was like, I don't even know how to answer. So I left and asked my husband real quick. I'm like, what do I add to your life? This is not a trick question. I just want to know what your answer is. And he he was like, well, I mean, like he was kind of like struggling to quantify it, but he's like, you do things that I didn't even know that I needed. And he was talking, and I will say he cannot clean this place like I do. I will say that, and it's fine because he can clean it, but not the way that I do. He won't do the same things. But he just said, just being able to decompress or whatever. But one thing too, for sure, is reminding him to drink water and stuff like that. Like, guys are so stubborn when they have a cold and stuff. And it's like, okay, did you take this medicine? Did you do this? Trying to take things off his plate, like Enoch said. But I think it's one of those things that it is kind of hard to measure and quantify, but when you experience it, I just want to make his life as easy as possible. And because I love him so much, I'm always pointing out to him, the moves that he's making, even if it's like just small, moving the needle a little bit, like, hey, I just talked to this guy, whatever, about his career. I'm like, you know what? Like, that's awesome. Like, see, you're making moves, even if it's not like an increase in salary. It's like you're still doing these things, and I support you and I appreciate you, and I see that. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to add that. Of course, I'm one person in this big ass world, but I just wanted to say what I do as a wife.
Your opinion, I actually agree with the first part you were talking about, where that was where I was headed. A lot of dudes, like, we can tell by the way the narratives tends to spin in these conversations that most black men have no idea what it's like to be even loved by a woman properly. Their idea of women in general is skewed. It has been completely obliterated, and they're looking at women through basically a negative lens. What Marcus was basically talking about is what I call the purely traditional woman. And I don't mean traditional as in somebody who acts like she's from 1960. What I actually mean is the woman that sees value in upholding the standards by which a marriage is supposed to be run. That's it. You understand that no matter how circumstances change in modern times, you uphold the values in which a marriage is supposed to run. That is the woman most men don't know, not in this day and age. The reason how you can spot this in men, this is a cheat code. If a woman tries to change the standards in which it's supposed to be run, you got yourself a problem. If she seems to isolate you from disciplining the children, you got a problem. If she seems to ask you to do too many household chores, you got a problem. These are women who are not trying to uphold the value of traditional marriage. They're trying to change it. That is a modern woman. You cannot change the standard by which something runs. If I go put diesel fuel in my car that runs on unleaded, it will not run. That is what the modern woman is trying to do. So she has to honor the order of family. She got to honor her man and see purpose and value in putting him first so she can relax. Like, come on, women that are smart help their man. Fools work, suckers work. A smart woman gets a man to work for her. Makes sense, right? So that's really all I got. Honor your role, ladies. Honor it. It's for you to do better. It's for you to relax. Many men do not know that woman at all and have never met that woman in their life. That's why they have such a negative view.
Gotcha. And they should, but I will start.
Yes, because it's some. Okay, we are about to wrap this thing up. If you guys have any last words, you can say them now.
Nuclear family. That's it.
Nuclear family. Please keep your legs closed.
Good night.